The Umrah duas are hitting right now. RIP to the Kuffar. Yeah, I mean, I prayed for Kuffar humiliation. And not all Kuffar deserve humiliation, but the ones that are going against Allah, I mean, you know, making fun of the people of Gaza and ignoring the genocide and siding with the oppressor, that stuff needs to be called out. And those people deserve humiliation. They say specifically that they are siding with Israel because they're the winners. Clavicular said that. So there's a video, I'm sure you guys saw it. If you didn't, I'll show you right now. Clavicular got in some fight, then he was pinned down for like 10 minutes. And this is from a week ago when he went on, well, I think a couple days ago, he's on the Piers Morgan show. And he says, I went to Israel, but I'm not going to go to Gaza because they're the losers. They're losers, so I'm going to be twerking in Tel Aviv. Well, based off that logic, I think we should side with that Tony Soprano guy, that balding chud who pinned you down for 10 minutes. Based off that logic, if we're going to side with the winner, that's the new look. He frame mogged you. He got frame mogged by this bald Gen X chud. It's over. And I mean, that's your logic, right? Side with the victor. And his friend Drago was trying to stop it. I mean, it's like W friend, but it's just looking humiliating. And the Tate arrest is interesting because the lawyer is trying his absolute best to try to rewrite the story, but I refuse to let that happen without me correcting the mistakes that they're making and the lies that they're spreading. Also, Pablo Fuentes is clearly a Fed.
Avocados from Mexico.
It's starting to make a lot more sense now. It's starting to make a lot more sense what Pablo Fuentes is supposed to do, because January 6th was the last time that there was any sort of rebellion or uprising. So when a bunch of chuds went to storm the Capitol, and Pablo Fuentes was there with the megaphone, allegedly saying, "Storm the Capitol, take it."
Yo, SNEAKO, I posted about Abdul in Love Speech Twitter group. Did ya?
No, I'll check the community. I'll check it. Storm the Capitol, take it. And then since then, Pablo Fuentes has dedicated his career to try to pocket money from his goipers and get him to put on cat ears. And whenever there's any sort of actionable change, whenever there's an America First coalition, whenever people go outside to try to do something, whenever they try to run for Congress, whenever anybody does something, he shoots it down. So this is a Fed that's here to infiltrate the movement and just ankle bite everybody. If you think about it, think about this. The only reason that we don't have a protest like the Albanians had, it's inspiring to see the Albanians there all protesting. It's a country of 3.5 million people, something like that. And almost 1 million people went out to protest because Kushner and Ivanka Trump were trying to buy their island and make it into another Epstein Island. Why don't we have that here in America? There's 400 million Americans. The reason we don't is Pablo Fuentes.
Avocados from Mexico.
That is the singular reason that people don't band together. Whenever he sees people do something, he shoots it down. He calls them fat. He calls them stupid. America First deplorables, great example. They were interviewed by CNN. They wanted to do something. They wanted to make a change. And immediately he just calls them fat because he wants to suck Clavicular's dick.
Avocados from Mexico.
Clav's so hot. He's infertile and he's mogging. That's what we need to do. We need to take Retatrutide. And I lost all this weight because I don't eat. Because I'm taking Reta, allegedly. I'm taking Reta that I got from Clav. He's so cute and he's a mogger. We need to be mogging and putting on cat ears. But don't do anything. And yesterday, too, he's calling me a terrorist again. Even though Pablo Fuentes has been named in, 3 shooter manifestos in the last year alone. I'm the terrorist. Your Goiper terrorist shot up a mosque in San Diego where I learned how to make wudu. I learned how to pray there. Not only that, there's 2 other manifestos from shooters just in the past 365 days that Pablo Fuentes is named directly in, calling me a terrorist. Not only that, if he's going to call me a terrorist and try to get Laura Loomer, his best friend, to go investigate me and tag in the FBI, he endorsed Laura Loomer. Pablo Fuentes endorsed Laura Loomer, but Dan Bilzerian, that's when he is all upset. So if he's going to do that, let's talk about the fact that the Goipers have to make a pledge and say, I'm going to grape. Should I even do this on YouTube? Every time I spark on YouTube, I'm like, I shouldn't do it. Did I say anything bad yet? No, not really. But they have to take a pledge and say RKD for NJF. You know what that means. Grape and D for NJF. And so then he says, oh, you don't want to collab? You don't want to collab? Well, let's see how you like the Goipers as enemies. So if they're there, if they're supposed to make a pledge, if the Goipers are supposed to grape this and D for you, what do you think they're going to understand? What do you think they're going to think? Sounds like terrorism to me. That's what that sounds like. So I am not. And also, he's starting to cope a lot. He lost 3,000 subscribers. His Telegram, there's 2 screenshots back to back. the week before yesterday, he had 117,000 Telegram subscribers, and now he has 114,000. So it's working. They're unsubbing, and he hasn't even straight up denied the allegations. He told me at dinner, wallahi, he told me this. He told me that he is Sephardic Jew. He hasn't even, he's trying to cope and run around it. Well, I wish I was. I wish I was a Jew. I want to be a chosen. He's lying to you. He is lying directly to you. He told me this. Do you think I'm just making this up? Do you think that there weren't witnesses there? Do you think I would make something up? Like, even the way he's coping with it, it sounds true. This is something that would end somebody's career. All right? And so we got to get these feds out of the movement. I'm not like Pablo. I'm not inciting violence. That's stupid. I don't want anybody to do anything RKD for me. That's dumb. Don't do that. But I want to make an actionable change in my country. I love America. I want this country to be fixed. I want the parasite to leave. I care about the world. America causes the world's problems. America is the country that's bombing people nonstop. Regime change everywhere. Turning off electricity in Cuba. Sanctioning countries that don't fall in line with the central bank system. America is the problem for so many atrocities all over the world. And if you talk about this, you know what they say? All the little orbiters that now talk about me nonstop. There's one of them, Zerka, the numerologist dude who can't stream on Kick because they think he's a pedophile. That's why. He's banned on Kick because he was kissing an underage girl and so they permabanned him, allegedly. Now he's just become a clipper, clipping up my streams. If you talk about the American empire and how they have bombed the world, 1 million farmers in Vietnam, 1 million civilians in Iraq, you're a liberal, or you're a liberal. The other one, like Tink and all the other people, they're not even, there's no point in really saying it too much and saying their names. And I see people in love streams like, don't give them clout. They don't have clout. You understand? I can make fun of these people and they don't have the capability to do anything with their clout. Think about this, for example. He's on a yacht with Mbappe. Mbappe's the star player of France. He won the World Cup. Kylian Mbappe is on a yacht with Think About This. And they will use that and be like, look, I have clout. Wallahi, Mbappe probably had no idea who Think About This was at all. He has no idea who that is. You know who we thought Think About This was? A promoter in Miami. That's what he is. A club promoter groupie who films rappers in the club. You can't do anything with this clout. You're not interesting. You're not fart. So you are fart. You're not smart. You're not funny. You're a nothing burger. You can't do anything. You're going to sit on a podcast that Myron created and talk about birth control. You're nothing. These people are nothing. I'm also going to get into Osmongold. He's now saying Ben Shapiro, and we're going to get into him. Maybe I was being really angry with Osmongold. I'm probably going to dial it back because I saw Osmongold was laughing really hard at Pablo Fuentberg, bro.
Avocados from
He's
Mexico.
like, why is SNEAKO saying Pablo Fuentberg? Oh, is it because Nick's Mexican and Jewish? And he just starts dying laughing. And then I'm going to get into Clav, and we're going to get into the Iran war. And Trump also had a speech at a dinner last night. So we're going to get into all this stuff and also amplify people who are doing the right things. All right? We're going to amplify people that actually want to make some actionable change, because I'm not just here trying to grift and make money and lie. It's funny because Pablo Fuentberg pulls up a clip where I'm telling Aiden Ross that I'm 12% Ashkenazi Jew. And it's funny because Pablo Fuentstein, he's Sephardic, which is like, that's like the N-word of the Jews. That's not even... I'm joking. I should probably end YouTube. I might. Anyway, let me pin YouTube. Pin TTS as well. I'll stay on YouTube for a bit longer, but dude, I just have to be careful, especially with this. But here, yeah, I'm just here to, like, this red pill ideology is demonic, and I have a personal thing because, you know, I was closely associated with it for so long, but it's just disrupting everything. It's a demonic ideology. All these people are either feds, compromised. There's nothing good about it whatsoever. It needs to be stomped out, bro. We just need to excommunicate it. And slowly, the kuffar just keep on getting humiliated. I love that word too. Message to the Muslims. Stop saying Islamophobe. Islamophobe is a weak word because it's... Oh,
why is Neon's hypnotherapy haram? Is it because of the way he did it, or is hypnotherapy haram?
Is haram. You're seeking power from others than Allah. If you have problems, if you have calamities, if you're going through something, ask Allah. Ask Allah. Don't ask this Israeli who's trying to hypnotize you and put you under and speak to jinn. Try to ask Allah to get a sign. All right? You're friends with the worst of them? Yeah, it's like a cult. And people are afraid to talk about it. You know why so many people agree with what I'm talking about, but they don't say anything because they don't want to get slandered on Twitter. They don't want to get banned. They don't want to get... Because this is what they do. One, they're aware of the threat. that the Goipers are supposed to RKD for NJF. Nobody wants to get hurt in public. I don't fear death. I don't care. Then they don't want to get banned because people like this are going to spam report you and try to get you banned everywhere. I've been banned everywhere. I've been banned. I don't care. All right? What else are they going to do? Slander you on Twitter? They've said everything already. They don't even have anything to expose. Pablo Fuentes brings up a clip where I'm telling Aiden that I'm part Ashkenazi. He's like, can you believe, as if he's exposing anything? That's the difference between me and Pablo. I talk about this. I said it publicly. He's lying to you directly and continuing to exist in that lie. He's not white. And he's the person who says brown clown the most. What is that noise? You hear that? Anyway, how's the haircut? Looking good? Feeling good? Also, I want to point out, if you guys want to, like, people on Twitter are doing a good job at humiliating the kuffar. I love the word because, like, they want to use the superiority complex. Kuffar is our word. Kuffar is our way to... And you don't have to be kuffar. The difference is you don't have to be a kafir. Being a goy is not a choice. If you're a goy for life. Even if you convert, you're still a goy that converted. You can't change that. That's your DNA. Being a kafir is an active decision. Living within falsehood is your decision. You don't have to be like that. And they hate that word because it makes them see the fact that we have what's considered a derogatory term for the disbelievers. They're getting really upset. So, yeah, shout out to the Clippers. The Clippers are doing a great job. Keep on pushing. And here is how you humiliate these people. One, Tate allegedly is guilty. There's mountains of evidence. And also, he self-snitched for years and years and years. He's trying to grift America. I just tweeted a clip, too, where he's saying, fuck America. Move out of America. Fuck America. I ran away. I went to Romania. Almost word for word, allegedly. He's a grifter. That's how you get him. Just look at his self-snitching and post his clips of him self-snitching on himself. If you want to get Pablo Fuentes
Avocados from Mexico.
or the skin worshippers, these fascists, call them short. Just call them ugly. This is why they worship clavicular. Because they want to worship a Greek god statue. They're not Christian. I like Pope Leo, and I think Catholicism overall for people is better than the alternative. Some people are saying it's kufr to say that, but if you are practicing actual Catholic and you follow Pope Leo, it's far better than being the standard kafir that we see on Twitter. But they, the skin worshippers, they're not Catholic. They want to worship a Greek god statue with the penis in a fountain putting water. You know, they want the baby statue of a Greek god, Zeus, Odin thing. So because they worship aesthetics and people, this is why looks matter. Clavicular is like the prophet. Thank you for the 50 gifted. Alphon, thank you so much. 50 gifted, I gotta give that attention. Pablo Fuentes is a midget.
Avocados from Mexico.
He's a tiny little ugly man. This really eats away because they believe in eugenics, allegedly. They believe in looks maxing. They believe in mogging, right? They want to continue the superior race. And so if you're like, hey, imagine if you're like a 6'5" white Chad and you look at Pablo Fuentes and tell him, don't reproduce because you're going to destroy the gene pool for the white people, he'll have to concede and be like, you're right. This really eats away at them. They can't change it. That's why they take stuff like retatrutide. That's why they take steroids, because they obsess over their aesthetics. That's all they have. They have nothing in here, and so they build everything external. There's nothing inside, so they have to fabricate it. They're no different than the BBL demons taking injections and lip shots and putting on pounds of makeup. If you want to really eat away at them, just call them what they are. Midget chuds. You're a Mexican, which is not, there's nothing wrong with being Mexican or being Jewish. Wake up call. Nothing wrong with that. But to them, that's the worst thing you could possibly be. Eat away at their ego. The other ones too. Clavicular just uses logic against him. I wanted to see the best in Clavicular, but when he started saying that, when he did an Israeli propaganda tour, it's like, I can't be friends with you. All right? Uses logic against him. He wants to ascend. He says he's not a political guy. He says that he is just trying to make money. I'm money maxing. Okay, so then you're going to side with the victor. Then when you get beat up by Tony Soprano, I'm going to go side with Tony Soprano because he's the winner and you're the loser. That's your own logic. By your logic, you are the loser that we should not pay attention to. We want to ascend. You got frame mogged by Tony Soprano. Your ideology's demonic. Who else? Osmongold, just call him a coward because he can't debate. I mean, he's the perfect example. The people that call for war the most, the people that call for destruction the most, are the most coward, insecure, scared little boys ever. The Lindsey Grahams, the Ben Shapiros, they will call for war and never join. They will never sign up. Trump, for example, is here bringing us into Iran war, major escalations. We're going to get into this. He's literally a draft dodger, bro. He's the one bombing Manab, killing children the first day of the war, probably a sacrifice to Baal. And he's afraid of battle. But he's the one sending people to go die for him. So thank you for the 50 gifted. 50 gifted! Molton, I appreciate it. I appreciate it big time, Mahar. Thank you so much.
You never think our gen biggest mission is changing the Abraham religions. Isa is a woman.
Okay, there's just some witch in here. Love from Libya. What's up, YouTube? All right, so let's get into this stuff today. I have some more super chats. Brother, why don't you stream on Rumble? And please continue streaming on YouTube. Rumble's owned by Peter Thiel. Do I need it? Why would I stream on Rumble? Do I need to? Thank you for the 1,000 kicks. So many people folded except for you. I don't think I understand how
Bro,
much
you've
they
been
try to
cooking
bait. You
past
only
few
pressure
weeks.
their
You got
own
real
team.
love out here. Also, it's Edgar, not Pablo, lol.
It's Edgar, not Pablo. Edgar's funny too. Edgar, some people are saying that I should say Jose. Is Edgar better? Edgar is kind of better, isn't it? I just think the word Pablo's funny. Pablo. Even though it kind of sounds like Pablo Escobar sounds Colombian, not Mexican, I think Pablo's funny.
brother Sneak. Do this and do that and do this and do that.
Do this, do that, do this and that, do this and that. Cheezer said Osmongold owns you. Cheezer, do you want to discuss the economic, political state of society? You make more money in one day than I make in a month, and you come in here trying to ore farm and you never give subs. I know that you're... Also, Cheezer, this is another problem that we need. This is not the kafir problem. Now that Cheezer's in here, let me discuss something that I'm, been apprehensive to, but I really don't care anymore. There's no point in biting my tongue. Don't side with the kafir. Don't side with the kuffar. Cheezer, Riyadh, Myron, people like that are afraid to say what they know is true because they don't want to get attacked by the Goipers. They don't want to get attacked by Osmongold's chuds. They don't want to get slandered. They want to get the skin worshippers on their side. These people are almost as bad as the Israelis, if not worse, because they're within our country. They're treacherous. Thank you for the... Okay, I guilted him into it. Okay, thank you for the 10 subs. But Cheezer, people like you know that I'm right, but you just don't want to get Aiden's fans mad at you. You know that I'm right when Aiden Ross is calling to deport me and saying, I'm going to pay for SNEAKO to go to Iran. You know that I'm right, but he's your friend. And so we can't be afraid to call people out when they're in falsehood. Riyadh, for example, I'm debating him about how right-left slop is all divisive and meant to keep us within this matrix. Riyadh is like, I'm right, I'm left. The left wants to kill you. Charlie Kirk. You know who's siding with Riyadh? I saw the clips from the debate. All the kuffar. All the kuffar love Riyadh. Think about this is saying, W Riyadh. Think about this as a retard who's destroying Riyadh's brother. Single-handedly, think about this, destroyed the After Hours and Fresh and Fit reputation that Myron
They
built
care
with his
more
hard
about
work.
clout than truth. Never to humiliation.
Never to humiliation. That's who's siding with Riyadh. Think about this guy who single-handedly is destroying his brother's hard work. You know who else is siding with Riyadh? The numerologist, Kabbalah magician, Zerka, who is not allowed to stream on Kick because they said he's a pedophile. Because I platformed him and I made his career by his own admission, just like I made Pablo's career. And what did Zerka do with the career that I made him? He goes and sleeps on Jack Doherty's couch and starts kissing transgenders on stream. That's what he did. Now his career's over. What can you do? Go in a Twitter space and talk about me? You're going to clip up my stream? That's all you're ever going to be. You're a clipper. Zerka, you might as well sign up to the Kick clipping program. You're going to make a little bit of bread. Instead of scamming teenagers with esoteric Freemason magic, join the Kick clipping server and make money from my clips. That's all you'll ever be. If the kuffar are siding with you, if they're siding with people like Myron and Riyadh who are born Muslim, Cheezer, born Muslim, if they're siding with you, I think that should be a sign. I think that should be an issue. I think you should see, wait a second, am I actually telling the truth or am I a good slave for them? Do they see me as a tool for their agenda? And what is their skin worship agenda? Constant war, getting subverted by Israel, constant destruction around. And if they got ultimate power, they would deport Riyadh, Cheezer, and Myron back to Bosnia and Sudan immediately. They'd be out of here. Even though Cheezer's white. Even though Cheezer's far whiter than Pablo Fuentberg.
Avocados from Mexico.
Wake up. Time for the Ummah to be like, let's just, enough is enough, bro. Enough is enough. Stop saying Islamophobe. Start saying kafir. You're a kafir. Elon Musk is an Islamophobe. Oh my God, he's scared of Muslims. No, he's not scared of Muslims. He's a kafir. He knows the truth, and he's deciding to spread lies
rich
and corruption.
Black Miss Jack here, so no easy follower. put Marty mode on and change without ego.
Shut up, witch. Get out of here. Another kafir. Call them what they are. They're kafir. They're kuffar. They know that there's one God. They know La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. And they cope and they seethe. And they want to destroy the world because they know deep in their hearts where they're going to go in the afterlife. Call it what it is.
The cat boy juice every day telling goipers you are leader, and without him they're nothing.
I mean, they could put on a cat ears.
Avocados from Mexico.
I mean, look, they're going away slowly every day. I mean, they're going to have some like hardcore cult people, but even their clippers, the guy like Kaiser Rev, there's so many images of him nonstop glazing me for years because I lost my YouTube channel platforming Pablo Fuentes when he was saying Muslims are not the enemy, when he was saying Israel's the issue, when he was saying what's correct. Now when he's saying Epstein has aura, he's not a pedophile. Yeah, Klav is mogging in Israel. But Dan Bilzerian's campaign, icky. We need more Catboy ears. No more Jake Shields doing great podcasts. No more Dan Bilzerian trying to run against Randy Fine. We need to take Reddit TrueTide and steroids to become infertile, and that we can mog and play Fortnite together. That's his movement. That's why you're losing Telegram subscribers. That's why you're coping and seething every day. This needs to be excommunicated. You know what they're going to say in response? SNEAKO's obsessed. SNEAKO's obsessed. Wallahi, I don't care about these skin-worshipping kafir. I don't care, bro. This person is selling a t-shirt that has my name on it. That's your Pablo Fuentes leader. He has a website called Deport SNEAKO, using the same rhetoric that his best friend Laura Loomer allegedly is saying. Deport SNEAKO. Coming straight from the mouth of the Mossad-allied Elon Musk, platforming Tommy Robinson and Citizen Vigilante, a movie that's supposed to inspire people to kill Muslims, just like the goiper that killed the Muslims in the masjid in San Diego where I learned how to pray. I had enough of these people. Oh, I'm obsessed? Do you think I care about these? Do you think that I'm begging for the friendship? The reason that they switch up like this is one, because they have a Fed script, and two, because their hearts are broken because I didn't want to do a collab with a subversive Fed that's trying to disrupt the movement. Come to New York begging me for a collab. Please, I need a collab. Please, I need a collab. Everybody hates me right now. I'm not going to save your career when all you do is ankle bite everybody. Oh, you don't want a collab? Well, let's see how you like the goipers as enemies. My goipers are going to dox, and maybe they'll kill you. This needs to just be excommunicated. I saw a great post from Uncensored AI talking about this Ryan Gosling movie that came out in 2001. In this movie, Ryan Gosling is a white supremacist neo-Nazi, and he's really a self-hating Jew. Turns out he's not even really a white supremacist. He just hates himself, and that's why he became a neo-Nazi. Even look at the movie The Departed, for example. Michael Costigan in The Departed. How they get undercover cops is they'll make him do a bit in jail for a while so that the mob and the mafia thinks they're one of them. Oh, you're probably not a Fed because you had to face some calamities. You had to go to jail. Pablo Fuentes, oh, look, he got banned. He was on a no-fly list. And you look into it, allegedly he was on a no-fly list for threatening to stab the flight attendant, not even because he was canceled by the Matrix. They try to say that Andrew Tate, top goy, is getting politically persecuted because he's getting attacked by the Matrix. In that podcast that he did with Jack Neal, that 3-hour show, he didn't mention the word Israel once. What, the Matrix is attacking him because he tells you to gamble? You know what Patrick Bet-David, another Mossad-allied spy, is saying? Andrew Tate, okay, I'm a numbers guy. He rejected a $50 million deal. But he accepted a gambling deal from Duel after saying resist the slave mine. What are we talking about? He rejected a $50 million deal. He was the guy bragging about being a billionaire every day. A $50 million deal? I will check that right now.
Rilla your emotions. Maybe my God have God bro ceases or Godline S/O for the blessing.
This witch keeps on donating. We don't care. So this is what it is. They threw him in jail because he rejected a $50 million deal. Stop the cap. All this needs to be called out. All lies will be exposed. Especially, and this is all a funnel into the Iran war that's happening right now, that Trump escalated as I predicted exactly. To be honest, I think I should have went more viral than it did. I told you a month ago that on July 22nd to July 23rd, the holiday, the Jewish holiday Tisha B'Av, commemorating the temple destruction, the first temple were destroyed. This is when the Iran war was going to escalate. I got it spot on. Because Islam is the truth. La ilaha illallah. Type of one if you starting to become convinced about Islam. When you understand all these attacks, look how all the kuffar ally against me. Look at how all the people in their deceit, they don't have any consistent ideology. The only thing they believe in is destroying Islam. Think about this. Zerka, the Kabbalah magician, Pablo Fuentes, the Fed, Top Goy, the Tommy Robinson best friend, saying that Epstein is cool and you're a loser if you don't like him. All these people have no belief system besides being kuffar, so call them what they are. They're kuffar. You're a kafir. You're not just an Islamophobe. That's a weak liberal word. People are going to call you leftists if you say this. Call them what they are. You're a kafir. You're a disbeliever. You're spreading corruption. You're trying to destroy the truth. But Islam is the fastest growing religion. All these wars, all this genocide, all this propaganda, and we are still the fastest growing religion because it is the truth. The rest of these people, the Catholics, the majority of the people using Catholicism as a shield, it's disgusting. They don't even listen to Pope Leo. Pope Leo is saying the Iran war is disgusting. Pope Leo is saying stand with Palestine. Pope Leo is saying that we need to respect the immigrants. Pope Leo is saying Nostra Tate, Muslims worship the Father. They don't even listen to that. Their only religion is being kuffar. That's what they are. Call them what they are. It's going to eat away at them. Kuffar is a much stronger word than goy. Because goy, you don't have a choice. Just accept it. Kafir is an active decision. Every day, they log in, they wake up, and they choose to be what they are. So call them it. Let's get it to the stream. Avocados from Mexico.
Avocados from Mexico.
Do you guys like the earlier streams? Oh, thank you for the 20. You said, the people of Gaza will always be grateful. May Allah bless your life and grant you endless goodness. Thank you. Thank you so much. That was the favorite. That was like the best thing I think I've ever done in my life. Well, that we did. That Love Speech charity for the people. I was looking at the pictures today. That was just the best thing I ever did, bro. And if you guys want to check it out, I'm going to open up another charity soon, inshallah.
Notice how you are too scared to mention Ben Shapiro.
I literally did in the monologue when I was talking about the warmongers that are calling for war, comparing them to Osmond Gold and Lindsey Graham. I literally just did. Wait, is that actually the... I literally just said him in this stream, you stupid dumb skin worshiper. Shut up, kafir. Shut up, kafir. Wallah, you're a kafir. Wallah, you're a kafir. You're a kafir. This is it here. Love these photos. This is the best thing I ever did, bro.
Welcoming a new day and a new help with the Human Development Fund. Today on Saturday, 16th of May 2026. Clean water is very simple, basic right. Heat money, gas, and still struggle to get every day. We, the HF team, we still work on the ground to distribute clean drinking water to the needy families in the north of Gaza Strip with the support of Love Speech community. Thanks for your support and thank you for standing with
people of Gaza. Support the Love Speech community. You guys can feel happy about that if you guys donated. This should hopefully I want this, you know, it's great to see, but I hope this makes you happy too.
Gaza.
You need to make your face big enough. I didn't put my face on this. The people working with it did. And even that, I was gonna say this for a while. Someone's need to clip this, but like, all I have, Islam is everything. Islam is everything to me. I don't have much anymore. You know, I don't have a lot of dunya. I'm banned from the clubs. I'm banned from Australia. The people call me a brand risk on Twitch. I can't get collabs with celebrity. I can't do the tap dancing. I don't have Instagram. I don't have Facebook. I don't have Twitch. I don't have most social media platforms. Even then, you know why?
I'm Catholic Palestinian, big fan of yours, but please remember those Christians don't rep us.
I know they don't. I said this earlier. I know they don't. They're not real Christians. Shout out to the Catholic Palestinians, people like Palestine News Network. I wanted to say this for a while, but the reason people are saying be the bigger person with Top Goy, that whole club situation with that song, that really...
Issa is a black woman and SNEAKO is the Mahdi. Change Abraham religions is coming, inshallah.
Okay, whatever. This witch in the chat. This is like why there's a personal thing here. Andrew Tate tried to ruin my life. He doxed my family. And when he threw me under the bus, I don't have the same relationship with my family that I used to have. You can understand it from them. They don't want to be part of that headache. But he amplified a dox on my family. Not only that, the slander that I got, the media backlash, the scrutiny that I faced, it also affects people in my personal life. And my family made a choice and I respect it. I don't communicate with them the same way anymore. They don't want to be part of this. My family's Catholic. My family, they're real Catholics. They go to church. They go to confession. They do Palm Sunday. They do Ash Wednesday and all this. So they're not Muslim. They don't agree with my ideology, and that's fine. So I don't have the same relationship, especially after that situation. You can understand too. Are they going to agree with that song that's, you know, talking about genocidal leader from the 30s? Probably not. I respect their decision. But what really did separate it, and to this day, it's still been fractured, and is part of the reason why my family's like, okay, we want nothing to do with what you talk about, is because like when that dox is amplified, why would my family want to be a part of that? Why would my family, if they're not even Muslim and they have their own thing, you got to respect it. This is how they try to ruin your life to get you to fold. This is how somebody apologizes. This is how somebody quits. Because people around you start calling you crazy. People around you don't want to associate with you anymore. People don't want to communicate with you. People are hurt. People don't want to be a part of this. It's affected my personal life. And that situation was 6 months ago. All right? So that's why, like, now when I see Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate are in jail, inshallah, I hope they rot in jail for the rest of their lives. Wallahi, I do. Allegedly, I think they're guilty. I think that they did horrible crimes. I think there's underage girls. I think the possession of child abuse images is disgusting. I think it falls under, allegedly, I don't know what I'm talking about, human trafficking, the lover boy method. I hope they rot in jail forever. Wallahi, I do. I pray for the kuffar humiliation. Look at how they have treated me and look what they've tried to do to me. Pablo Fuentes is indirectly trying to get his fan. Oh, you don't want me as a friend? You don't want to collab? Let's see how you like the goipers who shot up a mosque as enemies. What do you think these crazy people, 3 times in the past year, allegedly, he's named in shooters' manifestos. What do you think these insane skin worshippers are thinking about me now? They want to get me killed, bro. Telling Laura Loomer to get the FBI on me, trying to get me like stopped at the airport. I just got banned from Australia. When they sent Aaron Steinberg, who's probably got a script from Assad to try to discredit my reputation and say that I'm a hated person, they want to inspire someone to do something. They saw what happened when somebody paid on the street. I think it was Andrew Tate. I think he paid somebody to, that guy who attacked me on the street when I wasn't looking and I'm on my phone. I get sucker punched and then pepper sprayed. I think that was one of these kuffar enemies who paid a guy to do it. Want to know why? Because I get punched and I get pepper sprayed. And when I'm looking, I'm like, who is this guy? I'm trying to see. He didn't say anything. He didn't say you because of this. He didn't say because of that. Somebody must have paid him. They saw that happen to me and they want more because they can't defeat my rhetoric. They just need to get me killed. So I have, this is what I have. This is what I do. I have Islam. I have Allah. That's it. Alhamdulillah. It's actually brought me closer to the deen. I love seeing the kuffar seeds because it's brought me closer
Poor
to Islam.
Sneak. No friends, no real fans. Banned from a continent. Brand risk. Lost family.
And that's all you goipers do. You're little pay pigs, even for people that you disagree with and you're going to sit here all day. That's the difference, is that I am putting everything on the line to fix this country. You say you're America first. I'm really America first. Stole that. The number one problem in this country is the parasite of Israel taking our tax dollars to go bomb Muslims. The propaganda against Muslims is how they justify these endless wars. I am dedicating everything I have to get rid of this.
So you believe your fam is going to hell?
No, I don't. No, I don't. Not all disbelievers, like, we're all going to be judged properly. This is what I do. And this is why Pablo Fuentes lost 3,000 subscribers in a week, because the rest of the people that all know he's a fed Mexican midget Jew, allegedly in my opinion, they have fear. They don't want to
You only care about Palestine because they're Muslim. You never talk about Ukraine or Africans.
I talk about the genocide in Sudan. This is like Aiden Ross talking points. Are you an idiot? I talk about this all the time. Talk about Ukraine, Russia. I talked about that yesterday on stream. Laura Loomer Jigsaw is there with Zelensky right now, 2 Mossad agents. Ukraine is just another proxy for Israel to try to fight a war against Russia because the U.S. says Russia's a threat, an existential threat. They're Orthodox Christian. This is what I do. And alhamdulillah, I'm happier than I've ever been. Getting closer to the deen is the best thing I could have possibly had. Praying 5 times a day and getting this, I've never had this clarity. And alhamdulillah, I'm happy for these tests. Seeing the kuffar seed every day just proves how much deceit.
Thank you for telling the truth. I'm an ex-goiper and a real Catholic. Pablo Fuentes sucks.
Avocados from Mexico.
They all do. Don't think that even that this kafir right here, Pablo Fuentes, is special. They're all the same. See, this is the narrative we're going to try to say I'm obsessed with Pablo. All kuffar, they all do the same things, okay? So let's get into the stream. Needed to say that. Alhamdulillah for everything. Should I end YouTube? YouTube, come on over to Kick as I get into the news from today. It's pinned in the chat right now, kick.com/SNEAKO. I appreciate the gifts. User, Runa. I appreciate you guys. And the same thing, it's like, you know what they also try to say about Clav? What is Kick? Just click the link, kick.com/SNEAKO. You know what they say about clubs? Like, oh, you're burning a bridge with this guy. It's like, I've dedicated my life to talk about the genocide that's happening in Palestine. This pains me every day, and he's doing a propaganda tour with the people committing the genocide. I can't turn a blind eye to this. You think I care more about Clavicular's friendship than I do about the Muslims being genocided in Gaza? Absolutely not.
Brother Sneak, forget about these bombs. These political pundits will be judged in the end.
No. See, people will be like, oh, don't talk about this. Don't talk about this. No, the propaganda from all these grifters is how the corruption in the world happens. This is what I can't find. If someone could present me with an argument for what is more important to talk about, then I'm here. Then I would love to listen to it. Other than that, I can't see anyone do it. I just had a conversation with some Muslims yesterday. They're saying, don't get too much into politics. Just stay on the deen. And that sounds nice. I love going in Medina and reading and being, it's peaceful. It's this. But this is where it all happens. I'm here in New York City, the Islamic Republic of New Yorkistan. Okay? This is the cultural center of the world. This is where 9/11 happened. This is where they used that attack to go justify the war in Iraq. This is where all the propaganda starts. It's all right here. And I want to fight it. I want to put the citizens of this country first. I want to stop these endless wars. $39 trillion in debt. What else is more important than talking about this? They say
Isa was a Shia black woman and religions came BC. Man couldn't get babies. Son, my friend.
This witch is good. Oh my Lord. If you could present me with something more important to talk about, I'm here for it. And they say like, oh, SNEAKO's abandoning his art. That's what Zerka the Kabbalah magician said. It's like, only find truth in his religion. Isn't that what you're supposed to do, Christ is King guy? Anyway, so come on over to Kick right now. Come on over to Kick right now. YouTube, I'm ending. Avocados from Mexico.
Avocados from Mexico.
Okay, let me turn off the multi. The KPP has been messed up. It's not even showing in the dashboard recently. But it's so like now that I don't have to like play these clout influencer games anymore. I was thinking about this earlier as well. It's actually a blessing from Allah that I'm banned on Instagram and that I'm seen as a brand risk. I heard this from someone. I don't want to like backbite and say who it is, but people in the Ummah, Muslim influencers, they told my friends, Adam and Slim, they told people like Warner.
This is Stan from Library. Be careful for family. All the love was writing about you, no?
Okay, shut up. Oh my God, these schizos. Just, can you guys stop to like, I keep forgetting what I'm going to say because schizos want attention so bad. Right. In the Ummah, they told my friends, Slim, Warner, and Adam, my friends close to me, Muslims. One's Palestinian. Okay? The other one, I don't want to say what it is because people might know who it is. They told my friends, Adam, Slim, and Warner, don't hang out with SNEAKO because he's a brand risk. A Palestinian said this. A Palestinian American. A guy I thought was a friend. And this is the problem. They don't say that I'm wrong. They say I'm a brand risk because they're prioritizing the dunya. They want to make money. They want clout. They want to do the influencer circuit. They want to go to Fanatics Fan Fest run by Mike Rubin and get a VIP pass. It's pathetic, bro. They want to take a gambling deal without an interruption from one of the people working for the brand saying that you're a brand risk. That's the like within the Ummah too. There's weak people. You guys saw when I went to Australia, I did 2 podcasts. Finally, One Faith Network uploaded after a month, and they did this intro saying like we condemn anti-Semitism. The other one too afraid to even upload it. But seeing this from influencers, and I'm a revert. I only became Muslim 3.5 years ago. These are born Muslims that are siding with the kuffar because they want dunya, they want stuff. We have to let go of this detachment. I want the Muslims to understand. You guys do know this far better than I do. The afterlife for the believer is
from Mexico. Isn't great to see people who believe in nothing confronted.
Thank you. The afterlife is for you, the Muslims, the believers. This life, already, we are not going to win in this life. I am not going to stop fighting. But we know what's going to happen. We know the prophecy. I've been reading more about how, the end of the world and the Mahdi and how Jesus will descend. And when Jesus descends, then all the Abrahamic faiths, finally they realize, okay, there's only one worthy of worship. We know what's going to happen. We know that there's going to be a battle. We know there's going to be a war. We know there's going to be a lot of death. So don't put all your cards in the dunya. There's nothing wrong. Like, yes, you can make money and have a job and a career and stuff like this, but prioritizing the dunya over your deen, this is the biggest mistake you can make. Isn't it more obvious every single day what's going on and what's happening? It's so obvious that I was able to predict epic fury escalating exactly on that holiday. You know what these kuffar think. You could see their moves. It's all in here, bro. It's all in here. Subhanallah. You want to figure out what's going to happen? You want to be able to predict things like Professor Jang? Look at this. Look at the Quran. Read the Hadith. You know what they think. You know what they do. In the Quran, I think it's Surah Baqarah, Allah says that they claim to be peacemakers while they spread corruption in the land. Trump is begging to get a Nobel Peace Prize while he's bombing children in Iran in a school. Children. Double tap Tomahawk missiles. Saying, I don't know what happened. They claim to be peacemakers while spreading corruption in the land. Also, the message to Riyadh and to these people, and Myron especially, Myron and Riyadh, born Muslims. All right, Riyadh is on deen and is good. Alhamdulillah, far better, far more educated Muslim than me. But Allah says in the Quran that never will the Jews and Christians ally with you properly. Never will they be your friends until you become one of them. They don't like you. They see you as a tool. They see you as a useful asset to promote white supremacy, skin worship, or, Israeli wars everywhere. But they don't see you as an ally. They don't care about you. If you are saying what they like, if you are this should be a sign. If you see the kuffar ally with you as a Muslim, a born Muslim, that should be a major red flag that I'm not saying what's true. That should be a sign that maybe I'm trying to get approval from people that don't care about me at all, and that would genocide me if they got the chance. That would kill me and snipe me in the head the way that they're sniping babies in Gaza. That's what they think of you. All right, so let's get into this. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. May Allah increase and protect the stream. May every word I say be correct, and may I not utter a lie. Allah, protect me. I'm not scared of the shaitan yet. Allah, keep taking the lie away from me. Okay. Look at Clavicular. This happened last night. Let's watch this video. And I tweeted, by Clavicular's logic, we should side with the balding chud who pinned him because he's the winner. Isn't that why you chose Israel over Gaza?
You're under citizen arrest. You're under citizen arrest. You're under citizen arrest.
Yo, you can't just citizen. Tú no puedes hacer un citizen de esa manera. Hermano.
Wait, Pablo, can you translate? I didn't understand what he said. All right, so Clav, bro, you said that MMA is for jesters because you have security and you can get a gun. Right here, you have this Gen X guy who looks like Tony Soprano who's pinning you to the floor. You know the implications. If he wanted to do it, if he wanted to take it, he could. Not only that, you're on steroids, bro. So what are you taking steroids for? Your testosterone, he said it on my stream, he has a 2,000 testosterone level. It gives you more muscle mass and it gives you a quicker recovery time. What was that for? To get girls in the club? You can't even defend your... Bruv. This looks like one of Tate's victims in Tate. This looks like... You look like you're in the Tate case, bruv.
Quítate de ahí. No, quítate tú. No, que se quite él. Me está acosando. O sea, eres un influencer, me está acosando. Está bien, ¿ok? La ley está contra él. You can't just fucking... Me está acosando tú a mí.
Hey, officer!
Yo, officer, el officer no está aquí. No, aléjate tú.
Why isn't Drago swinging on that guy?
No puedes hacer eso. You're on camera. Okay, que venga la policía y lo diga. Te digo yo que va a ser peor si te metes eso.
Hey, get me the fucking officer!
The officer's not here because he didn't make a crime, you fucking retard bald fuck. No, you bald fuck. Your guy's not there because the officer is not fucking here because he didn't commit a fucking crime, you retard. He's not there encima, boludo, man. Me cago en tu puta madre.
Puta madre.
Make sure you guys film this. Make sure you guys film this. Make sure you guys film this. Quítate de encima, maricón.
Maricón, la coda de tu madre. Yo soy pinche madre. Ay, a bomburo laboroso. YOAK, I see you in the chat. He said he's playing Ring Around the Rosie, pocket full of posy, ashes. YOAK, do you see this thing? You know, they have nothing on me. And this just shows what the Kuffar are doing, like quick little tangent. Do you see this image that that people are spreading around? This is what they're doing. This is what they're trying to get on me to try to discredit what I'm saying. I just sent it to AK. Where is it? This is what they're posting. Look at this. So apparently this is from YEOAK's stream.
Won't Peter Dale get upset watching Clav get pinned to the ground by another man?
Maybe. Poor Teal. Teal saw that guy and he needs a new frame mogger. YOAK said, may they all burn, inshallah. So this is what they are spreading around. And it has a kick clipping logo. So they haven't produced a VOD. It's just like that other thing where they lie and say that I asked Grok to make my tweets more provocative. They're all circulating this. This is an AI photo. This is an AI. They're like, oh, SNEAKO, is Allah gonna like this? Duh. All the Kuffar posting this around. What stream is that from? If that was live, this is how dumb it's getting. This is how much they are coping right now. If this was live on a kick stream, because there's a kick clipping logo, that clip would have went stupid viral. Where is that on stream? When did that happen? Also, why would I do that on stream? Do they even think about this? Do they even think about it? Most of them even know that it's a lie. Even think about that. The retarded side co-host soundboard for Myron. Who, once again, even think about this. Do you guys remember? Type of one in the chat. Do you remember when Think About This tweeted his death wish was to forgive SNEAKO? He said, like, SNEAKO, no hate, no... SNEAKO, no hate, and I want to be friends with you if I die, and I'm going to dedicate my life to content. And then he survived the surgery. What was it, a BBL? What did he even get? What did he get, a
Should
vasectomy?
I pursue my acting dream full-time or not?
I don't know.
Or go into something more in my control?
I don't know if you're good. He's in his dying wish. He literally, think about, this is how stupid the Kuffar are. And it's insane that more people don't talk about this. Think about this. Put me in his death wish and said, if I survive the surgery, then SNEAKO, I don't want beef with you and I'll dedicate my life to content. Not only did he go right back to tweeting about me every day, but he didn't even dedicate his life to content because nobody is interested in what he says. He went right back to being the soundboard for Myron and sitting on a podcast with one viewer that only appears to have viewers because Peter Thiel's Rumble puts it on the front page that has embedded live viewers. That's his legacy. That's Think About This. Not only that, early 2025, do you remember he was seething every day? He said, SNEAKO, okay, Aiden, Ross, brain risk, let's fight. I said, let's fight. I would beat you up. And if we were in the ring, I could kill you with my bare hands if I wanted to. I could kill you with my bare hands in a boxing fight. You know what he did? Ran away, just like the Jew he is, back into the tunnels. He's afraid. The fact that people still take anything he says seriously when he's on a podcast about turning simps into pimps, about being a real man, when he's clearly a scared little bitch who called me out. He called me out to a fight. I can understand. Top Goy calls me out to a fight. He wants $1 million. And I'm like, okay, he weighs a lot more. I would, like, on paper, I'd probably lose to Top Goy. Let's be real. I know my capabilities. But think about this. Dude, I would hurt him. I would make it, it's going to be bad for you, my nigga. It's going to be bad for you, my nigga. It's going to be bad for you, my nigga. It's going to be bad for you, my nigga. So yeah, put me in your death wish. That's what you are. Other ones, Zerka, talking about me every day. I made your career, you little bum. You're a sellout. Albania right now, they're protesting Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump's Epstein Island. What are you doing? You're clipping up my stream and sucking off white supremacists when you're from Canada, dipshit. You look like an Ottoman Turk. You're a Canadian talking about America First politics. Get out of my country. You should get deported for being a pedophile that kicked ban because you're a pedophile grabbing transgenders on stream, allegedly, in my opinion. Who else? He's going to reply to this. Let him. He can't even do it on stream because he doesn't have... Where is he going to do it? He's going to talk about it on Twitter. That's all he has. Sign up to the kick clipping program. That's all you are. The Albanians right now, you're not even Albanian anymore. Numerologist Zerko, whose career I made, I'm Albanian. Uchaka, Chipe, Chipe. Albanians are warriors. Zerka's a skin-worshipping sellout, glazing white supremacist in America from Canada, and he looks like a brown Turk. You're stupid. You're goofy. Get him out of here. You're not Albanian anymore. Stole it! Revoke his Albanian card. I'm Albanian. Albanians are warriors. I'm Albanian. Uchaka, Chipe. AK, did I do it right? Is this how you do it? Is it this?
Salam SNEAKO wanna like you have a lot more people supporting Youthin against you, Allahu Akbar.
I know. Thank you so much. Said the other fat. I'm not even going to talk about that the other guy. I'm not even going to mention that one. The Zerka's coach or whatever. I'm not even going to talk about it. Is this how you do it? Uchaka Chipa? Is it? Yes or no? She's Albanian. No, he's Bosnian.
SNEAKO did it. SNEAKO slaughtering your daughters. SNEAKO played the song. Love ya, Sneak.
SNEAKO did it. SNEAKO did it. And remind yourself, yeah, I faced a lot of pressure for that. I lost a lot. But was I wrong? Dan Bilzerian's right. W. Dan Bilzerian. Everybody in the chat spam it up. Jake Shields, Owen Benjamin, real patriots. But Dan Bilzerian especially told me he was right and I was wrong. Dan Bilzerian called me and he said, you got to go all in. When you know the truth, you have to go all in. You can't compromise. You can't go, there's no such thing. No room for halfway crooks. You got to go all in. And I was nervous, bro. I was nervous. And I knew he was right. And it took me too long to get to that point. Dan Bilzerian was 100% right, bro. And I should have listened sooner. And that's why I'm in here, like, just because this is look, he's running for Congress right now. He is the one running against Randy Fine. He has all these feds ankle butting him every day. The Goipers are glazing clavicular, mogging and infertile in Israel, and they try to ankle bite Dan every day. Is the Fed slop not blatantly obvious to you? I know the Goipers are still watching the stream because I'm more entertaining than your own streamer, so you sit here every day.
Avocados from Mexico.
Hey! Pablo Fuentes.
Sneaky, let's have chill water park stream. No stress drama, only enjoyments. Please, Sneaky.
No, you're Shaitan. Pablo Fuenstein. The only woman that I've ever seen him glaze was Erica Kirk. The only one. You know what else he says? He says, "Oh, I want women to have transgender boobs. If they don't have transgender boobs, I don't want them. I want a cat boy with cat boy ears. Women are icky, yucky, yucky." The first woman, he says, "Oh my God, why are they bullying Erica Kirk?" Allegedly the most obvious Mossad honeypot I have ever seen in my life. And the Goipers know this. You know what else the Goipers know? That Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate are black mulatto pimps that used white women to decline the birth rate of the white people. And then here you have Fed Fuentberg glazing Klav, infertile, doing a propaganda tour in Israel, allying with the black mulatto pimps who he knows are guilty. We talked about it. Fuentberg knows the Tate. He said himself. He thinks, oh yeah, they're totally guilty. But because they glaze him and because they became a Goiper clipper, of course he's going to try to say, oh, they're innocent. Also, he clearly thinks that trafficking and pimping is fine when he says Epstein has aura and Epstein's not a pedophile. Erica Kirk met Charlie Kirk in Israel. Erica Kirk's father worked for Raytheon, a missile contractor for Israel, making military equipment, allegedly, in my opinion. Erica Kirk was in this human trafficking ring in Romania, allegedly. She's there with BlackRock and CIA and doing these videos for intelligence agencies. And she met Charlie Kirk in Israel. Is this not the most obvious Mossad honeypot since Klav had that IDF soldier pretending to like him? Erica Kirk is clearly, oh my God. This is what Erica Kirk said, and the Goipers are going to see because they're in a cult. The
Love
Goipers,
you, I'm Messiah from Dearborn, Michigan. Are we my Muslim brothers?
The Goipers are in a cult. They don't actually want to save America. They just want to go glaze Nick Fuentes because he puts you under a Kabbalah spell, allegedly. You don't actually want to make any sort of change. You need to change your rhetoric every day and act like you like the black mulatto pimps of Andrew and Tristan Tate. You got to act like it's normal for Klav to do a mogging Israel propaganda Hasbara tour. You got to act like it's normal that Erica Kirk is now getting glazed because you are worshiping this Mexican Jew.
Avocados from Mexico.
Your
You claim to be
streams
Christian
changed my
and
life.
don't know anything about your
Reverted
religion.
2 years ago.
Allahu
Getting
Akbar.
married soon,
Allahu
inshallah.
Akbar. Great to see. Great to see. Erica Kirk, what does she say when Charlie Kirk gets assassinated? Do you remember? Charlie Kirk's assassination was really sad, but anti-Semitism? That's really sad. And she does the... Charlie Kirk's assassination was sad, but anti-Semitism, that's what really gets the Jinn demon in me riled up. Fed! Want to hear some more Fed stuff? It finally made sense. Why is there no movement in America? 400 million people, but the Albanians, they're the ones that have 1 million people out of 3.5.
WWE's Sami Zayn has Syria donation org. More Stu Peters.
Okay.
Adam Green, no more news.
You're interrupting my train of thought. The number one obstacle, wallahi, the number one obstacle in America preventing citizens from having any sort of rebellion is Pablo Fuentes. Allegedly, in my opinion. That is the number one obstacle. Let's infiltrate. Let's get an undercover, just like how they do it with the mafia. That's how they get FBI agents. Dan Bongino, FBI agent, coming at me yesterday. You get somebody to go in and infiltrate and destroy from within. It's such a successful tactic. Look who he ankle bites. Deport SNEAKO. Low IQ anti-Semitism. Dan Bilzerian campaign is bad. Erica Kirk is the best.
You are being unfair. Dan is the one who started attacking Nick.
And he's getting you retarded Goiper Goyim, Kufar. Oh, he attacked first and make it about personal drama. Does it make sense that he wanted to get people to attack me in public, allegedly? If you see SNEAKO, say F you because he won't collab. This Fed was probably just looking for a reason to act like I betrayed him because that's part of his script. I was the best thing to ever happen to Pablo Fuentes' career. I made his career when he was saying things that were correct. I made him. By his own admission, I put him on. But now I'm actually starting to influence people, and now I could be part of some sort of coalition, and I'm texting him saying, hey, we need some unity. Now you got to cut me out. Now you need the betrayal, like everybody else. Who else did he say was horrible? Jaden McNeil, Milo, Dan Bilzerian, Jake Shields, Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson. Everybody he attacks is anti-Israel. Everybody that he glazes endlessly is doing a propaganda tour in Israel, mogging, is a Jew like Laura Loomer, who he's trying to get the feds to arrest me. Is it not blatantly obvious? Nick, not even Pablo or Edgar. Edgar feels really bad because he wants to be my friend. Who else does he have as friends? I have friends. They like to cope and say I don't. You see AK in the chat.
I am Albanian.
Warner,
we are
Slim,
legit fighting
Adam,
against these MFS. We are with you. We love you,
Thank
SNEAKO.
you. I have friends. I stream because I do IRL streaming because I can go out in public because I'm not afraid of my height. Pablo Fuentes can't. And he'd be like, oh, he has no friends. Who are you friends? That beard guy? That 40-year-old midget? Who do you have? Tenrio? Who are your friends? You hate your friends. You think they're little he thinks they're little ugly pawns, bro. Because they don't fit into his rhetoric of a Greek god clavicular statue. The only guy that he actually loves because he wants to suck his dick and he's gay for him is clavicular. Because that follows the whole white supremacist ideology. Oh my God, he's like the prophet. I want to worship his statue. Everyone else, the beard guy and Tenrio and the others, he thinks they're pathetic goyim. He hates them. Why does he not do streams with them if they're best friends? Why does he do IRL streams only with me? It's funny because all the Goiper Clippers that are making aura edits, all of your content comes from my streams because we're outside of public wearing the nice suits. I'm out there blicked up, ready to go and defend him because I care about the anti-Israel conversation. I'm there making cool content, cool edits. I can exist in society. Everybody from the Goiper community, they're all decrepit losers who, if they step outside, they just end up shooting a school or a mosque, allegedly, in my opinion. That's all they're capable of doing. They're losers. All they could do is put on cat ears and shoot up a school, allegedly. That's it. So if you have friends, go stream with the beard guy. Go IRL with the beard guy. How's that going to go? I would love to see that content. Go start a movement with that. Go mog with beard guy outside. See how that works out for you. You don't have anyone. That's why it's eating him away and why he's upset, because I didn't betray anything. He's insisting that, oh, he betrayed for Dan talked stuff about you. I made your career. I put you on a no jumper, fresh and fit. I told Andrew Tate about him in 2022 when they were afraid to talk about the Jews. I put him on a Myron when Myron was like, who's this guy? Who's this white supremacist? I said, Nick is a good guy. He's talking about Israel. I amplified it more than anyone. I was the best thing to ever happen to that little midget Mexican's career.
Avocados from Mexico.
Ask him, who else is more beneficial to Pablo's career than me? So I feel responsibility. I amplified a subversive Fed that's here just to ankle bite. But many people also fell for it at the time.
Why did Pablo the idol worshiper turn on you anyway? Because you wouldn't collab?
Who knows, bro? It went from, I love SNEAKO. Muslims are good. SNEAKO, before anybody else, before the generational run, he was there and he really faced a lot of, he really had backlash. He got banned platforming me. To buy my Deport SNEAKO t-shirt. Laura Loomer, deport him. Deport him. I want to go and glaze clavicular. He's getting in the way. Can I go? Just deport and arrest him because he's a terrorist. Your name is mentioned in, what, 3 shooter manifestos in the past year. You're the terrorist. Allegedly, in my opinion. What am I named in? Oh, you know what I'm named in? ADL, Australia's ban list, and Twitch's blackball list because the streamers there want to go twerk with a Kai. So look, I brought Pablo into this world. I brought him into this content world, and I'm going to take him out of this content world. All these other people too. And the kuffar, you better know what's coming, because if you have Allah, if you have Islam, if you don't abandon Allah, Allah doesn't abandon you. Top grifter is now locked up in prison, and inshallah, he spends the rest of his life there with his brother. Inshallah, he hears the screams from the cannibals for the rest of his life, for trying to ruin mine, for allying with Tommy Robinson, for trying to get approval from the skin worshippers from Trump, and now they don't even want to prevent your extradition to the UK. Inshallah, you rot in jail. Thank you for the 5 gifts to T-Lou. The rest of them too. Clavicular, I hope he can come around. I actually think out of all these people, I think he has the opportunity to come around. Osmongold, I think he probably getting paid too. Or just really
a reminder that y'all are men. Stay tough, stay righteous.
And it's a message to people like Riyadh, Myron, and those people, I'm not going to say their names, that told my friends that I'm a brand risk not to collab with me. The Muslims, a Palestinian, and another one was Yemeni. You think that you need to get rid of your religion in order to become successful on social media. This is the trick. That if you are a content creator, you need to abandon Islam to get approval from the kuffar. That you need to go embrace dunya, take a gambling deal, a sports betting deal. That you need to twerk and do all this goy slap content, all this kuffar slap content. You don't need to do that. Right now, I've embraced Islam more than I ever have in my life in 3.5 years. I have 4,700 viewers without any collab. By myself. And what am I talking about? I'm saying La ilaha illallah Muhammadan Rasulullah and kick a gambling website. Is this supposed to happen? Why am I more popular even though I'm saying that I'm Muslim more than I ever have before? I'm in America, and this is the most hated ideology, not only in America, but in the world. This is the most targeted ideology by the American skin-worshipping people owned by the Jewish supremacists. This is not supposed to happen by the script. But let me tell you something. My career, I've proven that I go against the grain, and I'm not supposed to happen. Everybody believes this is the trickery from the
Tawa Bruce talk about everything other than supporting the oppressed. Mashallah, Bruce.
No, a lot of Daba Bros do great stuff. Omar Suleiman does great work. Muhammad Ajab, Daniel Akikashu, Ali Dawa, Zishan Ali, Orthodox Muslim, Korah, great people. But look at my career. Did I do and this is also another reason why the kuffar hate me so much. Did I follow the path you're supposed to follow? No. I started my YouTube channel when I was 13 years old, making commentaries, documentaries, movies, gaming videos, politics, showing my life, being transparent. Then I dropped out of school. Are you supposed to drop out of school? You're not supposed to do that. I didn't speak to a lot of people close to me for a long time. They said I was crazy. I've been called crazy my whole life. Then what do I say? I said the COVID vaccine is a scam. I get banned everywhere. They called me crazy. They said I'm going to kill grandmas. Then I get vindicated. Then I get unbanned. You know what else I got all the scrutiny for? Do you remember Chris Tyson? They're going to say, you know what's funny? The kuffar now are going to say SNEAKO's a liberal. When all you little kuffar were afraid to talk about Chris Tyson, I was talking about how Chris Tyson is a transgender pedophile. This guy's a freak who's using transgenderism to escape his demonic thoughts. Who was vindicated? Me. Who was hated when everybody else was glazing it? Everybody on social media. Oh my God, Chris Tyson, I love you so much. I said this guy is a pedophile who's pretending to be transgender because he's a demon freak. I was right. What else happened? I get banned for 3 years. I lose all platform access. Entirety of social media, I'm wiped. Are you supposed to come back? Are you supposed to get reinstated? Are you supposed to still have a career? Nope. Nobody else has done it. Who else has YouTube reinstated and apologized to for being wrong about the reason you got banned? Nobody. Have I ever fallen off? They can say a lot about me. I've been doing this since 2013. Have I ever fallen off? No. Based off of my circumstances, I should have fallen off a long time, fallen off clout, all this stuff. Because you're not supposed to say, La ilaha illallah. You're not supposed to say that Chris Tyson is a pedophile. You're not supposed to say, don't get the COVID vaccine, it's going to give you myocarditis. You're not supposed to do what I did, drop out of school. Don't take the traditional path. Speak your mind unequivocally. Not compromise and try to get brand deals, but trust in Allah. Even before I was Muslim, I was following this because I had that information from Malcolm X. I always trusted, even before, when I got banned, I always knew I'd be able, if I pushed the truth and I did the right thing, that inshallah that I'd be able to survive it. And I'm here. And right now, I'm averaging almost 5,000 views doing nothing, just talking to the camera right now. Who else is doing this on Kick? They think that you can't make money without taking a gambling deal. Everybody on Kick. Have I ever taken the gambling deal? No. I make more money than the professors that said I was crazy.
Will your God accept someone who believes in Sun, Nun, Super Clan gods? Cello is a Shia black
Can
woman.
this witch, can someone ban this witch from the TTS? Hopefully, if there's anything you can learn. If something happens, inshallah it doesn't, but you gotta understand what I'm up against. Dan Bongino, literal FBI agent, is now crashing out at me personally. Banned from Australia, you have the Goipers, and these people have killed people before. I want people to know that I took the path you're not supposed to take. They could say a lot about me, but they can't discredit my work. Andrew Tate got rich pimping, human trafficking allegedly. Andrew Tate got rich camgirling. I became somebody by being me. Putting it out there, making mistakes, learning, documenting the process. Oh, he's a grifter, this. Have I ever supported Israel? The other people in the space can't say the same. Did I become Muslim? Yes, I did. Have I been consistent? Yes. But you cannot say that I didn't make this all on my own. I never took a check from any of these people. I never got backed by a government. I never got backed by Turning Point. I never took one of those deals, ever. You can't say the same. The rest of these people cannot say the same as me. Everything that I've made, everything that I've built has been my work, and it's come from Allah. Allah granted it to me. And so if Allah created all this for me, then why would I not worship him? Why would I not show gratitude back? Everything that you have in this dunya is from Allah. So where else did your worship go? To your skin? Did your skin make you? Or did your creator make all this? He created this. But nobody else in this world gave me anything. Nothing. I never got a 7K check. I never had to compromise my positions. It's always been me. Blood, sweat, and tears. Never got a handout. Ever. Me. And I'm not saying this to put myself on a pedestal. I'm saying this. I want people to understand, especially the Muslims that are compromising and think that they need to fold. It's given me a different perspective. Alhamdulillah that I'm a revert because I get to see Islam for what it is without the blinders of like, because, I grew up Catholic and you're kind of like, oh, I have to go to the Catholic school and catechism. And you don't have the appreciation for the beauty the same way that I think a revert does. I get to appreciate it, I think, in the similar way to Prophet Muhammad. I think you could argue that he was a revert. In a way, not really. But the Sahaba all were. Umar, Uthman, Ali, Khalid ibn Walid. The most important Islamic figures were all reverts. So I see the born Muslims thinking that they need to compromise, and it's like, you don't understand. You've had everything since you were born, and appreciate that.